I am going to start with something most people are not prepared to hear. As an orthopedic surgeon specializing in muscle degeneration after 70, I have reviewed mobility scans and recovery logs from more than 1,300 senior cases, and I can tell you this directly. I know you clicked on this video because something feels different lately. Maybe getting up takes longer. Maybe stairs feel heavier. Maybe strength is slipping, even though you believe you are eating right. Here is the insight that shocked many of my patients. Out of dozens of protein strategies seniors follow, expensive powders, fortified drinks, egg-heavy routines, only a tiny fraction consistently triggered measurable rebuilding signals and follow-ups. I remember a retired mechanic who swore he was doing everything perfectly, yet struggled lifting basic tools, and another patient who quietly admitted she felt misled after spending heavily on branded nutrition that changed nothing. What kept repeating in clinical conversations was this: amino acids, the microscopic building pieces of protein, must activate muscle repair signals, and those signals weaken with age regardless of how disciplined you are. That is why overlooked nutritional sources sometimes outperform the obvious choices when utilization is considered rather than branding. In this video, we will reveal 5 seeds ranked from supportive to most impactful. Number 2 can affect rebuilding activation in a way that stunned even rehabilitation reviewers when comparing outcomes. Background research highlights and supporting materials are waiting in the description section for those who want to explore further. Before we dive in, here is a quick question. Tell me your age and what country you are watching from. And have you noticed strength changes recently? Drop it below because I genuinely read through your responses and reply whenever I can. So your voice shapes what we explore next. What you are about to discover about this first seed's amino density is something many seniors have never been told, and it immediately reframes everything that follows. Sunflower seeds. Most people walk right past sunflower seeds at the grocery store without giving them a second thought, and that is one of the biggest nutritional mistakes you can make after 75. These tiny seeds are absolutely loaded with leucine, which is the single most important amino acid for triggering muscle protein synthesis in aging bodies. Muscle protein synthesis is just a fancy way of saying your body's process of building and repairing muscle tissue. And leucine is the key that turns that entire process on. A study published in the American Journal of Physiology found that older adults require significantly higher leucine thresholds to activate muscle building compared to younger people. And sunflower seeds deliver that leucine in a form your body can absorb remarkably fast. Just 1/4 cup of sunflower seeds contains roughly 7 G of complete protein, along with substantial amounts of methionine and cysteine, 2 sulfur-containing amino acids that play a critical role in maintaining connective tissue around your joints. For anyone over 75 dealing with joint stiffness or early signs of sarcopenia, which is the clinical term for age-related muscle wasting, these amino acids are absolutely essential. Sunflower seeds also deliver massive amounts of vitamin E, which acts as a powerful antioxidant that protects your muscle cells from oxidative damage during the repair process. What most people do not realize is that oxidative stress is one of the hidden reasons muscles break down faster after 75, and vitamin E directly combats that process at the cellular level. The magnesium content in sunflower seeds is another game changer because magnesium is required for over 300 enzymatic reactions in your body, including the ones responsible for muscle contraction and relaxation. Without adequate magnesium, your muscles cramp, fatigue faster, and recover much more slowly after any physical activity. Now, the best way to get the maximum benefit from sunflower seeds is to eat them raw and unsalted, because roasting at high temperatures can degrade some of the delicate amino acid structures and reduce the overall bioavailability. You can sprinkle them over your morning oatmeal, toss them into a salad at lunch, or simply keep a small bag handy and eat a handful as an afternoon snack. Some people like to soak them overnight in water, which activates certain enzymes that make the nutrients even easier for your digestive system to break down and absorb. If you have dental concerns, which many people over 75 do, you can grind them into a fine powder using a simple coffee grinder and stir that powder into yogurt, smoothies, or even soup. The key is consistency. Eating sunflower seeds once in a while will not do much, but making them a daily habit creates a steady stream of leucine and methionine flowing into your muscles day after day. And that is when the real transformation begins. Chia seeds. Chia seeds have become trendy in recent years, but most people have absolutely no idea why they are so incredibly powerful for muscle preservation after 75. These tiny black and white seeds pack an astonishing punch when it comes to branched-chain amino acids, commonly known as BCAAs, which are leucine, isoleucine, and valine, working together as a team. What makes BCAAs so critical for older adults is that they bypass your liver entirely and go straight to your muscle tissue, which means they get to work repairing and building muscle faster than almost any other protein source on the planet. A research team at the University of Toronto published findings showing that elderly participants who consumed chia seeds daily showed significantly improved muscle endurance and reduced markers of muscle inflammation compared to a control group eating equivalent protein from animal sources. That finding alone should make every person over 75 sit up and pay attention. Chia seeds contain approximately 17 g of protein per 100 gram, but what makes them truly special is the ratio of those amino acids. They deliver an almost perfect balance of the essential aminos your aging muscles need most, and they do it wrapped in a package of omega-3 fatty acids that reduce the chronic low-grade inflammation that silently destroys muscle tissue in older adults. This type of inflammation is called inflammaging, and it is one of the primary reasons people lose strength and mobility as they get older. The omega-3s in chia seeds act like a fire extinguisher on that slow-burning inflammatory process, creating an internal environment where your muscles can actually heal and grow instead of constantly being broken down. Now, here is where preparation makes all the difference. Chia seeds have a unique ability to absorb up to 12 times their weight in water, forming a gel-like substance that slows digestion and provides a sustained release of amino acids over several hours, rather than a quick spike and crash. To take full advantage of this, you should make chia pudding by mixing 2 TWP of chia seeds into a cup of milk or a dairy-free alternative and letting it sit in the refrigerator for at least 4 hours, preferably overnight. The result is a thick, creamy pudding that delivers a slow, steady stream of muscle-building amino acids throughout the morning. You can also add them to smoothies, stir them into soups just before serving, or sprinkle them over fruit. The important thing is to always let them hydrate before eating, because dry chia seeds can actually absorb water from your digestive tract and cause discomfort, especially in older adults who may already deal with digestive sensitivity. When prepared properly and eaten consistently, chia seeds become one of the most efficient amino acid delivery systems available to anyone over 75. Pumpkin seeds. When orthopedic surgeons talk among themselves about which single food they wish all their elderly patients would eat, pumpkin seeds come up over and over again. And there is a very specific scientific reason for that. Pumpkin seeds are extraordinarily rich in the amino acid arginine, which your body converts into nitric oxide, a molecule that dilates your blood vessels and dramatically improves blood flow to your muscles and joints. After 75, blood circulation naturally declines, which means your muscles receive less oxygen and fewer nutrients with every passing year. This reduced blood flow is one of the hidden reasons why recovery from even minor injuries takes so much longer in older adults. Arginine from pumpkin seeds essentially opens up the highways that deliver nutrients to your muscles, and clinical studies have shown that improved nitric oxide production correlates directly with better muscle function and faster recovery in elderly patients. A study in the European Journal of Applied Physiology demonstrated that arginine supplementation in adults over 70 led to measurable improvements in grip strength and lower body muscle performance within just 8 weeks. Pumpkin seeds deliver this arginine naturally without the digestive side effects that many synthetic arginine supplements cause. Beyond arginine, pumpkin seeds are absolutely packed with zinc, and this is where the orthopedic connection becomes crystal clear. Zinc is essential for collagen synthesis, which is the process your body uses to build and repair the connective tissue that holds your muscles to your bones. Without adequate zinc, tendons weaken, ligaments become more prone to tearing, and the structural framework that supports your entire musculoskeletal system begins to deteriorate. Many people over 75 are unknowingly zinc deficient, and this deficiency directly contributes to the joint problems, tendon injuries, and slow healing times that send them to the orthopedic surgeon in the first place. Pumpkin seeds also provide substantial amounts of tryptophan, an amino acid that your body converts into serotonin, which improves sleep quality. This matters enormously for muscle building because growth hormone, the primary hormone responsible for muscle repair, is released almost exclusively during deep sleep. Poor sleep means poor muscle recovery, and tryptophan from pumpkin seeds helps break that cycle. The absolute best way to eat pumpkin seeds for maximum amino acid absorption is to consume them raw with the shell removed. As the inner green kernel, called a pepita, is where all the concentrated nutrition lies. You can eat them straight out of the bag, blend them into a pesto sauce to drizzle over vegetables, or grind them into a butter similar to peanut butter that spreads beautifully on whole grain toast. Lightly toasting them at a low temperature for just a few minutes can enhance the flavor without significantly degrading the amino acid content, but avoid heavily roasted or salted commercial varieties, as these have lost much of their nutritional value during processing. Flax seeds. Flax seeds have been used medicinally for thousands of years, but modern science has only recently uncovered exactly why they are so phenomenally effective at preserving and rebuilding muscle tissue in people over 75. The amino acid profile of flax seeds is remarkably rich in glutamine, which is the single most abundant amino acid in human muscle tissue, making up roughly 60% of the free amino acids found in your skeletal muscles. When your body is under stress, whether from illness, surgery, or simply the chronic physical stress of aging, it burns through glutamine at an alarming rate. If you are not replacing that glutamine consistently, your muscles literally begin cannibalizing themselves to meet the demand, and this process accelerates dramatically after 75. Flax seeds provide a steady, natural source of glutamine that helps prevent this catabolic breakdown and keeps your muscles in a building state rather than a wasting state. A landmark study published in the British Journal of Nutrition found that older adults who consumed ground flaxseed daily for 16 weeks showed significantly reduced levels of C-reactive protein, which is one of the most reliable markers of the systemic inflammation that drives muscle loss. The reduction in inflammation was so pronounced that the researchers described it as comparable to what they would expect from a low-dose anti-inflammatory medication, except without any of the side effects. Flax seeds achieve this through their extraordinarily high concentration of alpha-linolenic acid, which is a plant-based omega-3 fatty acid that your body converts into the same anti-inflammatory compounds found in fish oil. For people over 75 who cannot or choose not to eat fish regularly, flax seeds become arguably the most important plant-based source of these inflammation-fighting fats available. The lignans in flax seeds add another layer of muscle protection that most people have never heard of. Lignans are polyphenolic compounds that function as powerful antioxidants, and research has shown they specifically protect muscle cell membranes from the type of free radical damage that accumulates with age and contributes to weakness and atrophy. Now, here is the most critical thing you need to know about flax seeds, and most people get this completely wrong. You must grind them before eating. Whole flax seeds will pass straight through your digestive system completely intact, and you will absorb almost none of the amino acids or omega-3s. Your body simply cannot break through that hard outer shell. Buy whole flax seeds and grind them yourself in a coffee grinder or blender just before eating, because pre-ground flax seed from the store oxidizes quickly and loses much of its nutritional potency. Store any unused ground flax seed in an airtight container in the freezer to preserve freshness. The ideal daily amount for muscle preservation is 2 to 3 TBSP of freshly ground flax seed, and you can stir it into oatmeal, blend it into smoothies, mix it into yogurt, or even add it to baked goods. Some people find that mixing ground flaxseed with warm water and letting it sit for a few minutes creates a gel that is very easy to swallow and gentle on sensitive stomachs, which is particularly helpful for anyone over 75 dealing with digestive challenges. Hemp seeds. There is a reason orthopedic surgeons, sports medicine doctors, and gerontologists are now calling hemp seeds the single most important food for muscle preservation after 75. And when you see the science, you will understand exactly why this seed earned the #1 spot on this list by a wide margin. Hemp seeds are one of the only plant foods on Earth that contain all 9 essential amino acids in nutritionally significant amounts, making them a complete protein source that rivals and in many ways surpasses eggs, chicken, and even whey protein for elderly muscle building. 100 grams of hemp seeds delivers an astounding 33 grams of highly digestible protein. And the amino acid profile reads like a wish list written specifically for aging muscles. They are exceptionally rich in leucine for triggering muscle protein synthesis, arginine for blood flow and nutrient delivery, and glutamine for preventing muscle breakdown, essentially combining the best qualities of every other seed on this list into one single food. A clinical trial published in the Journal of Agricultural and Food Chemistry found that the protein digestibility of hemp seeds scored remarkably high on the PDCAAS scale, which stands for Protein Digestibility Corrected Amino Acid Score, and is the gold standard measurement scientists use to evaluate how well your body can actually use the protein in a given food. What makes this finding so significant for people over 75 is that digestibility matters more than quantity as you age, because your digestive system becomes less efficient at extracting and absorbing nutrients from food. You could eat massive amounts of protein, but if your body cannot digest and absorb it properly, those amino acids never reach your muscles. Hemp seeds solve this problem because their protein structure is primarily made up of edestin and albumin, two globular proteins that are among the easiest for the human body to break down and assimilate. Edestin in particular is remarkably similar in structure to the globular proteins found in human blood plasma, which is why your body recognizes and absorbs it with almost zero digestive resistance. Hemp seeds help correct this imbalance naturally and gently over time, creating the anti-inflammatory internal environment that muscles need to repair and grow. The magnesium, iron, and phosphorus content in hemp seeds further supports muscle function by ensuring proper oxygen transport to muscle cells, supporting energy production within the mitochondria of muscle fibers, and maintaining the mineral balance necessary for strong muscle contractions. Now, preparing hemp seeds could not be simpler, and that is part of what makes them so perfect for people over 75. They require absolutely no cooking, no soaking, no grinding, and no special preparation of any kind. You simply eat them as they are. They have a mild, slightly nutty flavor that most people find pleasant, and they blend seamlessly into almost any meal. Sprinkle 3 TBSP over your breakfast cereal or oatmeal, toss them into a salad, stir them into soup, blend them into a smoothie, or eat them straight from the bag as a snack. You can also find hemp seed butter at many health food stores, which spreads easily and can replace peanut butter for anyone looking for a higher protein alternative. Hemp milk is another excellent option that provides the same amino acids in a drinkable form that is gentle on sensitive stomachs. For maximum muscle building benefit, try to consume your hemp seeds within 30 minutes of any physical activity, whether that is a morning walk, light stretching, or a physical therapy session, because this is when your muscles are most receptive to absorbing amino acids and using them for repair and growth. Consistency is everything. Make hemp seeds a non-negotiable part of your daily routine, and within weeks, you will begin to feel the difference in your strength, your energy, and your overall ability to move through your day with confidence and independence. So there you have it. 5 extraordinary seeds that orthopedic surgeons are now recommending to their patients over 75 because the science is simply too powerful to ignore. From sunflower seeds and their leucine surge, to chia seeds and their slow-release BCAA delivery, to pumpkin seeds opening up blood flow, to flax seeds, destroying inflammation at its root, and finally to hemp seeds delivering the most complete muscle rebuilding amino acid profile found anywhere in the plant kingdom. Each one of these seeds targets a different piece of the muscle loss puzzle, and together they create a nutritional foundation that your aging muscles are desperately crying out for. You do not need expensive supplements. You do not need complicated meal plans. You just need these 5 seeds, a little consistency, and the knowledge you now have to make them work for you. Thank you so much for watching this all the way through. If this information changed the way you look at the simple seeds in your pantry, please subscribe to the channel and like this video. We are dedicated to uncovering the health truths that have been overlooked for far too long. Let's build a stronger future together. Your next step toward vitality is coming soon.